Welcome, everyone, friends, family, community, supporters. What do you think of my new bandana? I handmade it myself out of scraps I found out of a garbage can. I am fill in the blanc, and you are the blank that I will fill, and I hope you fill in my blank. And let's fill up each other. Fill up, Quran. Episode 148. We will focus on bandanas and arts and crafts, and I hope to fulfill your heart with love and joy. With that said, I hope we don't wrestle each other because I've learned some moves in the city of France. If you know what I mean. Okay, I messed this up. This is not a good bandana. I'm going to return this to Etsy. Can you get the person on Etsy and let them know I'm returning this? This is not. This isn't even a bandana. I think this is like a used garbage can that someone had in their bathroom. All right. If you like Taylor Swift, like this video. See how I did that? Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Relax.
Started with Xfinity Internet
Relax.
for 30.
Relax. Whoa, 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 whoa. Relax, relax. It's okay.
Weather count on live W7 Max.
And finally tonight, Taylor Swift's net worth now with a few more zeros. Taylor Swift now at the wildest dreams level. Billionaire. Swift.
You know what? I'd date her too if she was a billionaire.
Taylor Swift's net worth now with a few more zeros. Taylor Swift now at the wildest dreams level. Billionaire. Swift making Forbes' list of new billionaires. That's with a B after her Eras tour sold out and outsold all others last year, nearly breaking the internet with ticket demand. Taylor racking up some good karma by gifting her truck drivers $100,000 tour end bonuses. Swift notably becomes the first music artist to make Forbes' billionaire list solely on revenue from her songs and performances. And that's Nightline. Thanks for staying up with us. Good night, America.
Because what's her face? Rihanna sells makeup and stuff. That's what contributes to her billion-dollar fortune, but not Taylor, just music.
Their list
Wait till she sells her own exclusive line of dildos and vibrators.
solely on revenue from her songs and performances.
Along with dildos and vibrators.
And that's Nightline. Thanks for staying up with us.
Fuck you, America.
Chipotle's Chicken Al Pastor is back, and it's fire on every level. Fresh chicken, hot off the grill.
You're my shooting star. Oh, baby, baby, it's you. You're my
Revenue from her
fire
songs
star.
and performances. And that's Nightline. Thanks for staying up with us.
Fuck you.
In America.
Now let's get started. Boy, this is going to be a hilarious monologue. I could feel it. And let's all enjoy it as a family because I love all of you. And Emma Roberts.
So much worse.
God, Emma Roberts is going to be my next wife.
It's live with Kelly Today, the one and only Mary J. Blige. Former actress Natasha Lyonne shows us her poker face. Plus, top 2 song wrestling champ Mason Parris. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Monica Slater.
Good morning. Calm down. Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. Hey, happy birthday to Georgia Travaglione, my goddaughter's birthday today. Oh my gosh. I remember where we were when she was born.
You were in the delivery room.
No, that's Charlie, her brother.
Okay.
We had just landed. We were coming home from spring break,
Okay.
and Doug said, Lauren's in labor. And I go, okay, I just landed.
I'll be there.
Like, give me
Stop
45
trying to
minutes.
fucking shut
And
the
by the time we got
fuck
our
up.
luggage and got into the cab,
Jesus fucking Christ. Dude, he fucking does it again. Fucking interrupting Mark. On this episode of Interrupting Piece of Shit Husband, she's telling a story and he fucking just sits there and he can't help himself but to fucking interrupt as if like, okay, I get it. You're the husband. You've heard this story before. But he fucking interjects and just starts like fucking telling her story for her. Almost like to prove to us, like, I know where this is going. Do you think that we don't know that you know where this is going? And you think that if you finish her story, we're gonna think, wow, Mark's so smart, he predicted the future? What do you do? It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, he can't help, he just says 2 words. He can't just keep his fucking mouth shut. Why does he look like a fucking flamenco dancer that just like cheated on his wife with his like 62-year-old amateur instructor? She's fucking telling the story and he knows the story and he can't help but to fucking talk for her. And she said, she called me and said, we're going to have the baby. And I said, okay, go to, and he's like, the hospital. And it's like, okay, Mark.
Birthday to Georgia Travaglione, my goddaughter's birthday today. Oh my gosh. I remember where we were when she was born.
You were in the delivery room.
No, that's Charlie, her brother.
Okay.
We had just landed. We were coming home from spring break.
Okay.
And Doug said, Lauren's in labor. And I go, okay, I just landed.
I'll be there.
Like, give me 45 minutes. And by the time we got our luggage and got into the cab,
she was with us.
he's like, she's here. I was like, wow, that's a personal record.
Yeah, and I'm glad. Yeah. I'm sure they were happy that you didn't make it in there.
Why?
The first time was a little crazy.
I like to be in the birth room when Lauren Travaglione gives birth. I like to be right there. I like to make eye contact with the kids when they come out.
And I love the smells.
First thing they see, they lock on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you have imprinted those 2 kids.
That's what Travaglione means, duck.
Lauren Travaglione gives birth. I like to be right there.
It's like
I like to make eye contact with the kids when they come out. It's like a duck. First thing they see, they lock on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you have imprinted those 2 kids.
I imprinted those kids because they're not quite sure what it is I am or my affiliation with them, but they know that they recognize me immediately. So it's not just Georgia Travaglione's birthday. It's also National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day.
Now you're talking.
Now Mark has something to celebrate.
Yes.
If you don't know Mark, you know that he is a peanut butter and jelly fiend. And so, Mark, in honor of you, those smell really good. Did you just make these?
I bet he prefers
strawberry jelly.
Prop guys made them?
I bet he prefers cumberlingus. Oh, it tastes just like you, sweetheart.
Here, Mark.
Keep going. Well, let me get. I will take a bite. Let me. This is how we should celebrate National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. Bake peanut butter and jelly cookies.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of work.
Not for Corey B.
Create a PB&J trail mix. Make PB&J smoothies. Organize a PB&J sandwich eating contest.
How would you even make a PB&J trail mix? What are you doing? Putting sticky jelly around a bunch of nuts? The only thing I think of is to take raisins, which are dried up grapes, like dehydrated shriveled grapes, and have peanuts and raisins mixed with what other stuff, or is it just? Or are you sprinkling some like seasoning, like salt and garlic powder on peanuts and raisins, or are you just literally saying take a bowl full of raisins and peanuts, mix them together, and eat them together? Is that really trail mix, or is that just peanuts and raisins mixed in the same bowl?
Peanut butter and jelly day. Bake peanut butter and jelly cookies.
Yeah.
That seems like a lot of work. Create a PB&J trail mix. Make PB&J smoothies. Organize a PB&J sandwich eating contest. Who made this list? It's got to be somebody associated with peanut butter or jelly. What we should do is take this one peanut butter and jelly sandwich and take a bite and just pass it on.
My go-to is a piece of ciabatta bread. Slice it down the middle, both on sides. Slather it with peanut butter.
Nice.
Lick the peanut butter spoon.
Say nice.
Put it in the jelly. I don't care.
Say nice.
Lick the jelly spoon. Put that together, get a hot panini maker thing, and you just press it, and it just comes out, and it drips down your arm.
When do you do that, Mark?
I have you do that for me.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, he has never made a peanut butter and jelly for himself in his life.
Well, that's you. Don't fucking
fun.
complain about. Don't fucking complain about it because that's on you. If you choose to be his fucking servant and his wench and fucking cook all of his meals because he's got some fucking infatuation with his mommy and you want to tend to his mommy issues and you want to fucking be his fucking cook and his maid and you want him to suck on your teeth, then that obviously works for both of you. But if that's what you sign up for, don't fucking complain about it. And if you're complaining about it because you don't like it, fucking change that shit and tell him, motherfucker, make your own sandwich or get the fuck out of the house. I fucking paid for this shit, not you. Go live at the Ramada Inn.
Do that for me.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, he has never made a peanut butter and jelly for himself in his life.
Hey, a new study finds that it takes people on average 10 minutes to figure out what to watch on TV.
My fantasy as a kid was to have peanut butter and jelly, but the peanut butter be crunchy, and my mom would never get the crunchy kind. She was like, if my mom didn't like something, she declared it was junk.
Although, you know what? I found that the crunchy, when I was living in Canada, was too crunchy. They like doubled down on the crunch. And many times that's all they had on the shelves. So,
well, you know, most places, most brands have crunchy, and then they have extra crunchy. And there might be some brands out there that just have something called like super crunch or something where it's ridiculously, but like I know Jif, for example, Jif had, or at least they had when I was a kid, they had crunchy and extra crunchy. And it's just extra protein. It's just extra peanuts, which is part of the paleo diet. So
living in Canada was too crunchy. They like doubled down on the crunch. And many times that's all they had on the shelves.
So then, it was a pain in the ass. So you had to buy creamy and then go buy peanuts and then put the peanuts in a Ziploc bag and bang them and crush them and then add your own custom amount of peanuts to the creamy. So that way, everything was just perfect for you, you little fucking baby pussy bitch.
So I was a little bummed out about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, back to this.
See, that's their little fucking sick little thing in bed is that I bet he like fucking dresses up like a fucking baby with Pampers and calls her mommy and she's like, oh, poor baby. And I bet it helps her with her size because she's like fucking 5'2" and weighs 60 pounds and fucking has the body of an 11-year-old and the chest of a 10-year-old. That helps for her issues with her dominancy that she looks so young. So now she's able to be called mommy. So it helps with the fact that, you know, her fucking, I mean, if anything, when her and her daughter grow up, people probably think Lola is the mom and Kelly is Lola's daughter. They think Lola's like fucking like 30 and that like fucking Kelly is her like 15-year-old daughter and Lola just had her in high school. Probably from Joaquin.
The crunchy when I was living in Canada was too crunchy. They like doubled down on the crunch. And many times that's all they had on the shelves. So I was a little bummed out about that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, back to this. Back to
the news.
I guess people, they can't figure out what to watch. There's so many channels, so many different streaming services. I had an experience.
Did they edit out Kelly calling him a pussy?
Where it was a rainy day, and I was with my two nieces, our nieces.
Yes.
And they got to the TV room before I did, which means they've got pole position of the remote control. And what was on TV? The Gilmore Girls.
You already told us this story.
Wait. Hold on. I was upset.
Dude, he's told this story like in the last 2 months or 30 episodes or 50 episodes or so. He's told this Gilmore Girls. She tells the same stories about the shower and fucking him buying property or her finding out that he bought a soccer team or he says I bought property. He's telling the Gilmore story for the second time. They say the exact same shit. They have nothing going on but just wasting our time.
And they got to the TV room before I did.
Take the control from them.
They've got pole position of the remote control. And what was on TV? The Gilmore Girls. Wait. Hold on. I was upset.
Didn't they have a tablet?
I was not
He was like,
happy.
He wanted to watch some horror.
Whatever. Anything but the Gilmore Girls. And so I sat down
And he watched
being the good uncle
he
that I
watched
am,
the whole
I let
season.
the show continue.
And he watched the whole season with them, and he ended up liking it. And maybe he'll say something like, gosh, and 5 hours later, I was on the edge of the couch, like wondering, what is Lorelai going to do?
Gilmore Girls.
Oh my God, I hope Lorelai makes it to the truck stop in time.
So I sat down, and being the good uncle that I am, I let the show continue. And guess what? I love that show.
They have their own text chain called the Gilmore Girlers.
The GGers.
The GGers.
I'm a GGer. Proud. I'm a proud Gilmore Girler. Who knew that show was so good? I guess a lot of people did.
You cried during a couple of episodes.
I cried during a couple episodes.
Yeah. It was really remarkable to watch you get so in, like, we would have dinner as a family, and then he'd be like, Gilmore Girlers? Is it time for GGing? And they would all...
I was like, how many seasons did we have? They're like, 7? I'm like, how many episodes? It said 20 plus? Like, this is amazing.
Wow. Anybody here ever go to Japan? Okay. Wow. Very
Interesting
good.
segue.
So young people are finding it very hard to date there.
Okay.
I don't know why. I think it's probably... I have a feeling it's maybe a universal thing. Like,
picky.
I just feel like social media has stopped young people. I don't want to do like a kids these days thing, but the young people don't really know how to communicate without a phone screen in front of them or in their hand. So they've lost the art of like casual conversation and eye contact and all that stuff.
Right.
Anyway, in Japan, they're not doing speed dating for like the young people. They're doing sort of speed dating for the parents of young people to meet each other and communicate with each other and figure out whether or not their children are suitable to date each other.
Whoa.
Isn't that kind of a fascinating?
Whoa.
That's fascinating to me.
I wonder how successful that is.
Well, the article doesn't say, but I like it.
Could you imagine that if we did that for our kids?
Well, they would immediately reject.
Oh gosh, Lola would have 4 kids by now. And you'd probably find out Michael is a homosexual. Allegedly, that's what people have said online. I don't agree with it, though. And if he is, let him be happy. But these are people and saying this, strangers, and I disagree and don't approve of it. So basically, it comes to like arranging marriages. So they're basically they're basically having speed dates with other kids' parents to find out if their kids are suitable to be arranged. So I've been seeing this girl's parents. So me and your father have been seeing this other mother and father who have a daughter, and we've been seeing them and hanging out with them for the last 5 months. And we've decided that their daughter and you should get married. It's time for you to get married to their daughter. I don't even know this girl. Well, we'll introduce you and then you'll get married.
Children are suitable.
But check this out. If you guys want to have kids first, we're totally cool with that. You could use our bed even. We're going to go away with them on a horseback riding trip in Montana.
To date each other.
Whoa.
Isn't that kind of a fascinating?
Whoa.
That's fascinating to me.
I wonder how successful that is.
Well, the article doesn't say, but I like it.
Could you imagine that if we did that for our kids?
Well, they would immediately reject anybody who
correct.
tried to set them up. That's first. But
That's correct.
But maybe there's something to it. I feel like if my parents met you or knew about you in some way, they would want me to date you.
Okay.
Like they would try to set me up with you.
Same about you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Folks.
maybe the parents have like a keen
But
eye.
if your mom said, I met this nice young gentleman, Mark, who eats peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, would you be interested if Esther Ripa told you to do that?
I don't know, but my mom's going to be very upset that you called her Esther on TV.
Essie.
Yes.
Essie.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah, she likes that.
Now, if Camila Consuelo said to me, I met this gorgeous young lady, you have to meet her. She's funny. She'd say she reminds me of myself, which would be really weird then. I'm not sure I can meet her. I'm not sure what I would have done. I wouldn't be.
When I met you, one of the first things you told me is that I reminded you of your mother, which I'm not going to lie. I was like, ugh. And I had not met his mom.
Listen.
It's just not really like pillow talk.
Listen.
You know what I mean?
Listen.
I was like, maybe
You're
he's putting me
talking-
in the friend zone.
Wait a minute. You're talking to a trained assassin right here. Okay? I would never.
First of all, the friend zone wasn't a thing in the 80s. And that just proves my point, is that when he said you remind him of his mom, that he's got mommy issues and he wanted someone that's going to mommy him. And that's why you make him his peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's why you make eggs for him, because if you didn't be his mommy, he wouldn't give you the big, big dick. He wouldn't fucking lay you. He wouldn't fucking pull your hair and do all the things that a naughty Catholic schoolgirl has to be done to her to feel good after sinning in front of the Lord Jesus Christ. So obviously he has mommy issues, but you obviously have some kind of issues with being dominant, especially if you're so short and you're always picked on. You get to exude your power over him, and he's submissive for you. There was no friend zone, though. Esther's a terrible name, by the way.
Wait a minute. You're talking to
I'm
a
going to put that on the list of names I would never name a kid. In fact, I would break up with a girl if she suggested that we name this kid, any future hypothetical kid I had. I'm going to put Esther in there with Mortimer, Agnes, and I was going to say Stuart, but Stuart might get a pass. But there's another name out there. Wilhelmina. No Wilhelminas. And no Zeus.
Wait a minute. You're talking to a trained assassin right here. Okay? I would never, ever say anything like that on when I first met you. Maybe
I didn't say it was a first date.
Maybe later on when I had you hooked already. I know how to fish.
Do you believe half of what comes out of your mouth?
100% of the time.
Right. You know how Mark knew he had her hooked? When she invited him over to her place like at midnight, and she pulled down her panties and jumped on him and said, "We're going to have sex." And he said, "Okay." And then he went bragging to his friends the next day. He's like, "Dude, I totally got this girl hooked, man. I gave her the spiel, man. I gave her the game. I gave her the business, man. And she fell for it, man. This girl's all over me. I got the gift of gab." You didn't have the gift of gab. She basically grabbed you and said, "Look, all I want is superficial, materialistic men. And you'll do." I don't even think Mark has ever even gotten a girl. I think every girl he's had sex with has been a girl that is just came up to him and just like played with her hair and like flaunted and blushed. And every girl has come up to him and initiated the meeting. And then for him, all he had to do was close the deal. But he didn't get any girls. Girls went up to him and basically said, "Hi, I'd like to have sex with you or perform oral sex on you in the next 3 to 5 days. Can we just come up with a place or a time to meet?" And he said, "Sure." That's all. That's all. And he knows that too. That's why he's making up all this fake shit about that game. He don't got game. He's never had to have game. He just takes whatever garbage floats. He's a guy in the canoe that just takes whatever garbage floats by him in the river. And says, "Look at me, I'm a gatherer. I went hunting."
Do you believe half of what comes out of your mouth?
100% of the time, I believe 20% of the stuff that comes out of my mouth. Yeah.
Okay.
On today's show, we have Mary J. Blige. Oh my God. And what am I going to be doing?
Mark is going to don a wrestling singlet and take on champion wrestler Mason Parris. With your injury.
Yes.
Also, Natasha Lyonne is here from Poker Face.
On that show.
And it's time to play. Say it with me now. Stump Mark.
On the phone right now is Felicia Jones from Atlanta, Georgia, who catches the show on WSB. How you doing, Felicia?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Okay, you know how this works. You've given us 2 statements. One is true, one is false. We got 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump me, you will win the Kelly and Mark mug and the exclusive I Stump Mark t-shirt.
Oh, lovely.
All right, here we go.
Alicia, I really want you to win this. Please.
I do too. I really want to stump Mark.
Yes. That's what I'm looking for.
All right, Felicia. My grandkids and I went paragliding or I rode a helicopter at a state fair.
Yeah.
Tell me about the paragliding.
Where was that?
Yeah,
In Tampa.
in Tampa. Oh, yes.
Tampa, Florida.
And you go over the water?
Yes.
Is paragliding where they put like what looks like a parachute on the back of a boat and they pull you?
Is that it?
Right. It does.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it was really
First of all, let me guess. I did get a question in, so I'm kind of cheating, but I'm gonna say my grandkids and I went paragliding. I once rode a helicopter at the state fair. At a state fair, they have helicopters at state fairs. I'm gonna say that she went paragliding with her grandkids, and that's the truth. And that riding a helicopter at the state fair is a lie. I think I'm like 30 for 44, whatever.
It looks like a parachute on the back of a boat and they pull you?
Is that it?
right. It does.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And it was really fun.
It was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Did you
But it
get
was kind of it was kind of intimidating.
Yes.
My grandkids loved it, but myself, I was a little intimidated
Yeah. Did you get wet at the end or at the beginning?
at the end.
At the end. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Tell us about the helicopter you rode at the state fair.
Yes. That was fun,
Uh-huh.
and it was really nice, and it was.
I'm confused. I thought that women got wet at the beginning.
You rode at the state fair.
Yes. That was fun,
Uh-huh.
and it was really nice, and it was really fun. But I mean, it was exciting because you could see the lights. It was instead of the daytime, at night it was really more prettier. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh, I know what you're saying, Felicia. And at the end of the time, I'll be saying, bye, Felicia. All right.
Not by Felicia.
Okay, Felicia. I think you're great, but I know which one's the truth and which one's false. I know.
Okay.
I think the truth is that you took
The
your grandkids paragliding.
I agree.
False.
That's right, Kelly. Well, good for her.
I'm so sorry.
Felicia, even I knew that you were deliberately creating that weird filibuster of helicopters and how they work. It was such a genius play. Congratulations. Not only did you win a mug, you won the coveted eye stump.
And a French kiss cunnilingus session with me in a helicopter of your choice.
It was such a genius play. Congratulations. Not only did you win a mug, you won the coveted eye stumped Mark shirt.
And I'm going to wear it. And I'm going to take a picture.
But now let's see if you can win what you're really here to win. It's time to play Warm It Up Travel Trivia. That was our trivia dancer, Grit.
Get down on what? What exactly are we getting down on, Brittany? It's Brittany, bitch. It's getting late. I'm on love.
But now let's see if you can win
This
what
is
you're
where I
really
dance
here to
like
win.
Brittany.
It's time to play
Rate me
Warm
on
It Up
1 to
Travel
100.
Trivia. That was our trivia dancer, Gracie McCombs from Springfield, Illinois.
Springfield, Illinois.
Traglione.
Yeah, you do look like Travioni.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Deja, it's
So Trav Leone's a little hottie, huh? I'll smash Travlione while
Mason McCollum's
we're
first.
traveling, Leone.
What's a Travlione?
Yeah, you do look like Travlione.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Deja, it's time for you to spin that wheel to see what else Felicia's playing for. Felicia, listen to this. You're playing for a trip for two to the Mi Cabo in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. 7 days, 6 nights. It includes breakfast daily, a $200 daily food and beverage credit, 2 spa treatments. It's a prize valued at approximately $6,500. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck, Felicia.
All right, Felicia. Here we go.
Yes.
In what city did Kelly say she got a tattoo because of a travel delay?
Oh God. But
Just name the city. Name the city.
city.
Philadelphia,
No,
Miami.
it was San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas.
Yes, they have excellent tattoo parlors there.
Sorry.
In case your flight gets delayed. Sorry, Felicia. But the exciting news is that you'll now be entered into our grand prize drawing for a trip to the Grenadines at the Palm Island Resort and Spa. It's a prize valued at $14,000. Plus, now you're in a lucky number of our studio audience wagers in a $500 wine.com gift card. Please pick a number between 1 and 100.
16.
16.
Yeah! Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, coming up next, Mary J. Blige.
From the series Poker Face, Natasha Lyonne. Mark Dixon champion wrestler Mason Parris. I'm coming up next, Mary J. Blige.
She's constantly fixing her bosom.
I know what it's.
Mary J. Blige. Oops. Whoa, bro. Relax.
More.
Mary J. Blige. Is she going to talk about her girlfriend? Or are we still supposed to believe that's not true?
Come to learn more and join the celebration of Disney Plus
Like
all month
Leone.
long.
All right, get ready, everyone. She's an Emmy and a Grammy award-winning artist, and we love it when she stops by. Please welcome back to the show the queen of hip-hop soul, Mary J. Let me tell you a little secret about Mary. The only thing as good as she looks is as good as she smells. You smell so good.
Thank you.
Are you having a good summer?
I am. I mean, I'm working a lot, but I mean, that's still good.
I feel like you're always working a lot.
I stay working a lot, Kelly, and I'm tired.
I know, I get it. I
But
get it.
I gotta keep it going.
I haven't seen you since you were in the halftime show at the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yes.
You were amazing.
Thank
I just
you.
want you to know, like, I never got a chance to
Thank you.
She doesn't watch the football game. She watches the halftime show.
I only show up for the halftime
Yeah.
show, but like to see you
She was
up
so
there, reign
Thank you.
supreme with all the men, and you just like you killed it, you crushed it, you always do.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We have a picture. Yeah. Now, what's going on here? Where are you? It looks like you're having a good
So
time.
I was in Capri, and I was actually visiting my big brother Puff's boat.
Yeah.
So I was on his boat at that time.
That's
His
a nice
ship,
boat.
because it wasn't a boat,
It's a
it was a ship.
Yeah.
And I just took a picture there, and that's.
Don't you love Capri?
I love
Isn't
this.
it
Beautiful
You know,
out
we
there.
honeymoon there.
I heard. I know.
Yeah. It's a very special place for us.
Next time you go on Puff's boat, we would like.
Well, I had my own boat. I just visited his. I was on my own yacht.
I'd rather be
I
on
was
the
just
boat.
visiting.
All respect to
We'll
Puff.
sacrifice ourselves.
Visit my boat. Visit
Yes,
my
we
boat.
would like that. So is that one of your favorite places you've been?
Well, that was my first time last year, and now it's my favorite place. It's so beautiful out there, and the shopping is insane. Like you find stuff that you will never find here. You know,
Exactly.
And the
it's
food.
beautiful, and the food is incredible.
Yes.
The food is
So
incredible.
you have a mantra, a morning mantra
Yes.
that I think we all need to adopt. Tell me the mantra.
It's called Good Morning Gorgeous.
Good morning,
Who
good
do you
morning.
say that to?
I say it to myself, whether, you know, when I wake up first thing in the morning on my way to, you know, the ladies' room, or, you know, get ready to take a shower, because it's, you know, when you say it without makeup and all this stuff, you really get down into yourself and say it. And where it came from, you know, I was in a not too good situation. I want to go all deep into it. And the person was never happy, and I was not secure. And I discovered this this TV pastor by the name of T.D. Jakes, who's a phenomenon. And he said, what you say about yourself is way more important than anybody, or important and effective than what anyone else can say about you. And it just click, 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 click. And in my prayer time, I started saying it to myself.
Yay!
And I use the word gorgeous because I never believed I was even pretty, let alone gorgeous. So I used something that I didn't even believe, and it started manifesting in my heart. So my heart is beautiful. My heart is gorgeous. My heart is, you know, and now it's starting to manifest it outside. I'm starting to feel gorgeous, period.
It's interesting. You're now seeing yourself the way we have always seen you.
Well, not all the way, because it's always hard. But you know, it's work every single day, and I'm seeing it, but never like the way everyone else sees it, because we always have a long, long way to go. But I'm seeing it enough to be like, you know what? I appreciate you. I love you. I think you're beautiful. I love you, Mary. You know, it's enough to hold on to myself. You know?
And you've made Good Morning Gorgeous a track on your latest album.
Yes, it is. It's a track and the name of the album.
And the name of the album.
Are you shooting Ghost Power Book 2 right now?
Yes. We're on season 5.
Season
Wow.
5.
Yeah, we're shooting season 5.
So now, is that? So I'm trying to think about like your fan base, because like you have the original. I like to consider myself an original, right? I'm like there from the beginning. I remember when your first album, I was like, I went to Tower Records. I waited in line, you know, and so, and then there's this whole new generation that knows you as not just.
You're the actress, and then they're like, what? She sings too? What was her first album? Was it Mary J? You tell me.
I was like, I went to Tower Records. I waited in line, you know, and so, and then there's this whole new generation that knows you as not just a singer or songwriter, but also like an actress, a producer. Like, what is the hat that you like to wear the most, and what does your fan base know you as the most right now?
I love wearing the hat of sexy ass cunnilingus receiving motherfucker bitch. And that's with a fire emoji. You know what I'm saying, girl? That's who the F.I. is. You know who the F.I. is? Give me trees on this tree. Well, I got me the
like,
kids.
what is the hat that you like to wear the most, and what does your fan base know you as the most right now?
I love all the hats, and I think my fan base knows me right now as Monet, who was the gangster in Power, and they know me as Mary J. Blige, the singer. They don't know me as Mary J. Blige, the producer of Blue Butterfly, you know, the executive producer. You know, they don't know that.
They don't know all the work.
They don't know all the work that I'm putting in. What they see on television and what they see in videos and hear on, you know, in songs is what they know of me.
Well, we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the executive producer, Mary J. Blige. More when we return.
Still ahead on Live. Don't miss it when Mark takes on college wrestler Mason Parris.
Again, we've already seen this. Is this a rerun? It is a rerun. Oh no, but this is the rerun because it's the night version. They're just like, he's telling the same joke, the same story about peanut butter. I mean, he tells about the panini peanut butter and jelly, but just the day before, you had this social media dude telling you to put it in an air fryer, which that's already been done. But I think that's his way of telling the social media guy that was on yesterday that, hey, I've been doing this before you. So you think you're cool with your like, oh, put a peanut butter and jelly in an air fryer. It's this cool thing. He's like, dude, I've been putting it on a panini machine and making toasted hot peanut butter and jelly sandwiches while you were a kid running around, you know, trying to play with your cat's nipples that suck nipple milk. He's telling the same story. We're having the wrestler on again, and they're going to do the exact same thing they did months ago, which was they're going to wrestle each other, and he's going to like get beat up by this wrestler, and the wrestler's going to pin him on the ground, and they're going to Kelly's going to laugh at him. This is the same shit. Like, are you out of material? Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. The eclipse across. Oh, hey, did you guys see the eclipse? Put in the comment section. What was it like? Did you see the eclipse? Are you in the path of totality?
Specifically for a Sprite, but end up with a Sprite, a sizzling burger.
Screw that. Screw burgers. This is terrible. Don't fucking spend money on this place. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm humming it. Why a Hummer? Who thought of the term Hummer for fellatio?
Double or crispy small fries. Savor the best flavors at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Now Hulu on Disney Plus. Your favorites are in one place.
Oh, no one gives a damn. Shut up. Hulu's in one place. Go and watch Hulu and Disney here. Let me just take all of your brains, like make you and turn you into zombies so I could rob your money.
Friday afternoon, all eyes to the sky for a total solar eclipse of breathtaking celestial event. Eclipse across America. Stream on ABC News Live, National Geographic Channel, Nat Geo Wild, Disney Plus, Hulu, and live on ABC.
I'm sorry for, getting all psycho on you and Connie. I'm sure she's great.
Are you now? I was just using her to get over you. And then I was hoping I could kind of make you a little jealous.
So, did it work? Are you over me?
Yeah. That was a scene from Real Love. These are one of two Lifetime films that you executive produce, and they are movies that are taken from your songs, the meaning behind your songs, right? Yes.
And
yes.
so what was that like? How did you go through the process of getting them made, casting, all of it? Take us through.
Well, my production company, Blue Butterfly, and myself, this is something that we've always wanted to do. Take the songs and turn them into movies. And then Lifetime, Tanya, who we love, and we love you so much, Tanya, who gave us the opportunity and the chance to do this. She partners with us to bring these movies to life. And the reason why Real Love is a love story and Strength of a Woman is a love story is because all my life I've been searching for a real love. And when I was saying earlier about Good Morning Gorgeous, I finally found the real love, and the ultimate real love is myself. And so that's what, and I love love. I love love, but it doesn't always work out for me. But now it's working out for me because I love myself.
And the second movie takes place 15 years later with the same character. And what's the name of that movie?
That's called Strength of a Woman. And so when we fall in love with ourselves, that's the strength of a woman. Now we can love everyone else. And then that's how the story ends. She ends up finding herself, having kids, and then I don't want to give the whole thing away.
Sure.
No.
He ends up doing something else too, but it's beautiful to have these stories come to life.
I'm so glad they are, because you know what you need to know from all of us, all of your fans, is that we've always seen you as gorgeous, and we've always seen you as the most incredibly strong woman. You've stood your own in a landscape dominated by men, and you have really told your stories, and I just want you to love yourself as much as we all love you.
Tomorrow on Live, Brian Cranston.
And that is why I would like to ask, and that's why I want to ask you, Mary, what do you think about your good friend Sean Combs being raided by the FBI and accused of child and sex trafficking with global organized crime gangsters? Well, thank you for your Lifetime movies. They sound great. Let me ask you, did Sean Combs ever touch your vagina when you were sleeping without your
Awful. Mr. This script got
without your permission while this guy from Keegan and Key was watching? How about that, huh? Sean Puffy is, he's going down. He's going down. He ain't around, baby. His whole world's upside down.
Sale is truly the best time to shop, with an extra 30% off designer brands. Plus, beauty lovers get 15% off too. Get ready for spring today at Macy's.
Hey, welcome back. He's the 2023
I've seen you wear that dress before.
And a four-time heavyweight All-American, the winner of the Dan Hodge Trophy as college's most dominant wrestler.
So here's the thing: they change clothes. I have a feeling that this is not the second time they're having this guest, and they're just having him repeat and wrestle him a second time. I think this is the exact same clip. This is a dupe, as the kids call it, I guess. Well, not a dupe because that's a knockoff. I think they took. I don't think they had anything for this show. So they interviewed Mary J. Blige. They're supposed to do Natasha Lyonne, but for some reason they didn't have anything, or something fell through, and so they hurried up. And because this guy is on the wrestling team with their son, who is not talented enough to make the team on his own without mommy and daddy donating a lot of money to University of Michigan, so their son could believe he's good enough to make a fucking Big Ten, top 10 United States college wrestling program. Yeah, right. Do the math on that one. I think they just took this clip from the past show from like 5 months ago, and they just basically clipped it out, or they cut it out and they pasted it into this episode. And they're just showing a replay of this segment that was originally aired on an episode like five months ago or something, or 3 months ago, whatever it was. That's what I think they're doing. Because look, her dress is different, and that dress is the same dress I saw when she was doing the episode where their guest was the one girl with blonde hair from a show that looks just like her. She looks just like her and says she gets confused for her, and I don't forget her name, but I could find that out, and you could too. The episode's on my page. I don't think this is the second. I don't think they're repeating the segment. They just basically Xerox this segment, and they're just replaying the segment because for some reason either Natasha Lyonne dipped out and couldn't be filmed because she was like too drunk, or she was hungover, or she was high as balls, and her PR, her publicist had to call and cancel for her, or because look, she's wearing. I know that dress. They play that in the promo with the girl that looks like her wearing the same dress when there's like, "Hey, come check out Kelly and Mark and to order tickets." Blah blah. This is Watch, she's gonna change it to a leotard. I could tell right away if it's the same one. This is an old clip. I don't know why they did this.
Hey, at Macy's.
Lazy.
Hey, welcome back. He's the 2023 NCAA heavyweight champion and a four-time heavyweight All-American, the winner of the Dan Hodge Trophy as college's most dominant wrestler and a recent University of Michigan graduate. Please welcome Mason Parris.
Hi. How are you? Congrats on the Hodge Trophy.
Yeah, explain to us, the Hodge Trophy is like the equivalent of the Heisman Trophy, right?
Yeah, it's the most dominant wrestler in college.
How'd you get into wrestling? How'd you get into the sport?
So I started wrestling at 4 years old. My dad was a college football player and knew how much wrestling helps you with football and other sports. So I've been wrestling for about 20 years now. So it's been a long time.
Did your parents follow you around a lot?
So you initially started wrestling just as an activity to help you develop your football skills. So football was the main sport. Wrestling was just something second to do. And essentially, it's almost like a football player that takes ballet class to help with their footwork, to keep their balance, stand on their tippy toes, which helps them get catches on the sideline. So that's equivalent of a football player taking ballet class to help with their football skills. And then they kind of find out, I kind of like ballet more. And then they quit football to focus on ballet. Did you end up kind of somewhere along the lines at like 9, 10? Like at what age did you kind of come to a realization and maybe tell your parents, or never mind, screw your parents. At what age did you come to the realization that you like football more? I'm sorry, that you like wrestling more than football, and maybe football isn't what you're going to be pursuing. And then after you did that, did you tell your parents right away, or did you still play football for a couple years? Like, did you wait until you got into high school and said, maybe things will change in high school, or maybe you'll get a scholarship? Well, I stayed playing in high school, even though I liked wrestling more. I still like football, but I still play because maybe there's a chance I could get a dual scholarship and I could pay, because I didn't know if wrestling would give me a full scholarship or a half scholarship, a partial scholarship. If it was a partial, maybe the wrestling, would have gotten me a full one. So, but once Michigan offered me a full scholarship for one or the other, I chose wrestling, and that was it. Okay, great. Have you ever been touched by Sean Diddy Combs while you were sleeping inappropriately and shipped in a cargo box under the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, Maryland, without your knowing or permission or consent?
You know how much wrestling helps you with football and other
That's not
sports.
the question, man.
I've been wrestling for about 20 years now, so it's been a long time.
Did your parents follow you around a lot? Did they put a lot of time in with the sport?
So much time. They used to drive me all over the country. I remember going on 20-hour road trips as kids, just taking me to face the best competition. I remember my dad used to come home from work and watch wrestling technique videos for all night, and then I'd practice those moves on my sister, my poor sister.
Your poor sister is right. So you had a perfect record, 33 and to no losses, right? 33 and
We saw most of those as well.
We did. We got most of them. Very exciting. Do you how much of it is physical versus the mental? Because Mark's already mentally crushed from your.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how big the mental role plays. And I would say, the mental side is almost more important than the physical side. And, sometimes when I'm doubting myself, I just tell myself everything's going to be okay. And, my worth doesn't change if I win or lose a match.
Do you guys work with sports psychologists at all to get that edge?
Yeah. We worked with a sports psychologist this year, and it was huge, for our entire team, just getting that mental edge over the competition.
Do you think the parents should work with sports psychologists?
Yeah, it would help out my mom. You should see her.
You sat next to your mom.
Your mom is one of my favorite moms.
She goes crazy.
Yeah, sometimes I watch the moms more than I watch the match.
My parents get more stressed than I do before matches.
Oh, definitely. We all do.
All right, are you ready?
I'm excited.
All right,
Are you ready?
I don't have my headgear, but we'll do it without headgear.
You're gonna do it without headgear?
Yeah, I'll do it without headgear. All right.
Want me to hold your microphones? Yeah, thanks, Mason. Mason, just remember, he is your father's age, so just take it easy on it. Oh, my God. Scary already. I'm already. Let me just say, Mark, it's been fun being married to you. Is this normal? He's ready. Just Godspeed.
Thank you.
All right.
What are we going to do first? So the first thing I want to show off is double leg takedown.
Okay.
In my hair. So right here.
Was that a double leg takedown?
Yes.
Okay.
He didn't take me down.
He didn't take you down. He just double legged.
I'm on the first.
So can I shoot on you now?
Yeah, I'm going to see you. How your shot is on
This is
me.
my favorite setup. Go here, go here.
Is that how that was supposed to look?
Yes.
Did you reverse him?
Yeah,
Was that worth 2 points? Two. Okay, now, what are you going to do next?
Now we're going to do a little bit of freestyle, which is,
Oh, freestyle.
my leg lace up. So I'll take him down.
Mark just. Mason, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much fight is Mark putting up?
He's trying his best.
He's trying his best. Because you're making it look
What's
easy.
your favorite move?
Yeah, so this is my signature move right here.
Okay.
Does it usually sound that loud?
All right. So you beat me. Now we're gonna take a little competition.
Wait, what's the
The
competition?
competition is, you know how you get down. First one to escape.
Okay.
Wins. He gets a point.
Okay, should we just give him all the points now? You can barely get. Mark has to escape.
Yeah, you got to escape on.
Go for it, Mark. Good luck.
All right.
Use all your might, Mark. Everything you learned.
Okay, ready?
Now, is that 2 more points? You know what it is for me, though? This is, now it's Mason's turn.
Yes.
So now he's got to, okay. Mark, let me explain to you how this works. Now, Mason has to escape you, and you have to keep him down.
Are we still on the air?
We're still on the air. Mason, I've never seen you this not out of breath.
This way? Here?
Okay,
right.
Ready? Mason, I want to give you the Blige trophy. You can put this next to the Hodge trophy. Yes, well, thank you. Great to see you. Mason Parris, everyone, keep your eyes out for Mason at the 2024 Olympics. We're putting it out into the universe. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow on Live, Brian Cranston.
The heaviest thing I eat at night is yogurt.
Glass of milk.
I don't drink glasses of milk. As you know, we've been married for almost 30 years.
Next Live, Brian Cranston. Never Have I Ever star, my Trey Ramakrishnan.
With Flonase, allergies don't have to be scary. Spraying Flonase daily gives you long-lasting, non-drowsy relief. Flonase, all good. Also, try our allergy headache and nighttime pills.
Ziploc knows your secret recipes should be shared. That's why we designed the only bag that folds over, stays open, and makes marinating easy. Ziploc. Unlock an extra set of hands. Unlock life. S.C. Johnson.
When you're dealing with water in your basement, it may be a sign of a larger problem. At U.S. Waterproofing, we're not only experts at sealing foundation cracks, we're a complete solution to keep your basement dry. From replacing gutters and downspouts to raising settled concrete. U.S. Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
In America, every day can be an adventure. That's why we created the Ford Explorer, an SUV for adventures big and small. It's designed to see what you can with an available 360-degree camera and voice-activated Sync 3 to stay connected. Plus, it's the all-time best-selling SUV in America. Be adventure ready with Ford Explorer. Choose Flex Buy on Explorer and get 0% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,500 Flex Buy cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
At the end of the day, being grown is exciting and terrifying for the same reason. Anything can happen.
Screw what everybody else says. Do what you've always done. Be you.
Freeform's Grownish. New episodes Thursdays. Stream on Hulu.
If you love watching our show from home, now's your chance to see it live and in person. You can check out all the stars. Be part of the show. And maybe even win a prize. This exclusive. Don't miss out on all the fun. Visit our website and get your tickets for Live with Kelly and Mark now.
All right, we loved her in Orange is the New Black, and we loved her in Russian Doll. And guess what? We love her even more in her latest series, Poker Face. Please welcome to the show, Natasha Lyonne. You know, we got together in April. We got to spend a luncheon together. I know, we had a whole big day. You were very funny. Thank you. Are you aware of how funny you are when you're on the stage? And because I couldn't tell, I was like, wait, honestly, is she performing or I think it's not on purpose. I think I'm trying to be like Scorsese and De Niro and Pacino, and accidentally sometimes things are coming out sideways.
Part 2, season 148. Here's Natasha Lyonne from April 2nd. These are all just clips of reruns. I'm starting to realize that these are reruns. They don't do reruns when they're not airing new episodes, they don't just air reruns. They take clips from different episodes and they make their own unique rerun. That's why it says new episode, because it is a one-of-a-kind episode that has a clip from an episode in January, a clip from an episode in February, and a clip from an episode in middle of February. So they have one from like the 8th week of the year, the 14th week of the year, and the 17th week of the year, and they make their own unique episode. Because I didn't see the Mary J. Blige one, but that didn't familiar. But the Natasha one, this all looks familiar. Well, this is a fucking waste. That's why you got to pay attention, because usually at the beginning, there it is. See the dress right here. This is it right here. See the dress she's wearing? This is the dress she was just wearing with Mason Parris. This is the episode at what the original episode Mason Parris was on, that wrestling segment. This was her guest, this girl that gets confused for Kelly. And then they did this guest, and then later on in the episode, she was still wearing that dress, because later in this episode is when Mason Parris came on. And they just took that segment and they put it in this rerun. So, fucking shit, huh? So anyways, but yeah, but usually they say the date. They'll say it's Friday, April 2nd, or whatever. They say it's what's today? They'll say it's Monday, April 1st. But it seems like if you pay attention, and I didn't, but I bet at the beginning of this episode, they didn't say the date. They didn't say it's Monday, it's Tuesday, April 2nd. Because they cut it. They come out and it's either but it is National Peanut Butter Jelly Day. That actually happened. So I think what they do is they come out and they film a monologue on April 2nd, but then all the interviews and stuff are from past episodes. But that's why at the beginning they say, I got to go back and look. You could look too and see if they said the date. If they didn't say the date, that means that it's a clip. You should just Google National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day and find out. But if they don't say the date, they edit the date out. And instead of the date, because I did this with a past episode that looked familiar, I went and I searched for the guest. I found the old episode, and they say the date like it's August 28th. But then on the rerun episode, that part where they're supposed to say the date, the rerun shows a clip of the crowd and some clapping. So we'll see.
Visit our website and get your
Actually, why not? Let's see right now. It's at 42:23. We could go back. Let's see what they say here. No.
The body pose.
Let's see if they say the date.
Of both.
Hey, Dawn, a wrestling.
This is Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. Do they say the date? Here, let's see if she says the date.
Good morning. Calm down. Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024.
Okay,
Hey,
so she said the date. So they come out and they do a monologue. That's why he looked like a flamenco dancer, because they probably only work for like 15 minutes, and then they leave, and then they air on replays of episodes. So they don't just air replays. They at least do the monologue live of today's current events, but then they just do reruns of interviews. Okay. Well, sorry if you don't like this one. If you don't like my commentary on this one, I'm sure there's commentary on the past one, but this isn't all the same episode. Natasha and Parris and Mary J were all on 3 different episodes scattered across. So.
with Kelly and Mark now.
All right, we loved her in Orange is the New Black, and we loved her in Russian Doll. And guess what? We love her even more in her latest series, Poker Face. Please welcome to the show, Natasha Lyonne. You know, we got together in April. We got to spend a luncheon together. I know, we had a whole big day. You were very funny. Thank you. Are you aware of how funny you are when you're on the stage? And because I couldn't tell, I was like, wait, Honestly, is she performing or I think it's not on purpose. I think I'm trying to be like Scorsese and De Niro and Pacino. And accidentally, sometimes things are coming out sideways.
You mean like when you take diarrhea?
My favorite moment was you know, you're reading off the teleprompter. Yeah. Because they give, not a teleprompter, they give you like these prompters that are sort of glass, and it looks like you're looking at nothing. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, in the middle
You mean the same thing that the presidents use when they're giving their State of the Union address and speeches? It's a teleprompter. It's just not the one you're used to. It's the one for rich, privileged people that you don't have access to. This episode, this is from like fucking 8 months ago or 9 months ago. Look, she's wearing different dresses and shit. It comes out sideways like diarrhea.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of your speech, you went, now this one. Yeah. Well, sometimes you realize that you get locked off in this arena and you're like, oh, this is a whole other side of the room. I just want to say I'm so impressed that everybody's awake. And you're not a morning dress up. I'm not. Yeah. I'm not.
No. What time do you usually get up?
I would say
11.
I actually do wake up at sort of like between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. I think of that as me time. That's like my thinking time, but I prefer to not engage with the world until I'm more like a noon to midnight. You know?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get it. Okay, because I wake up at sometimes between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. But I mean, I don't wake up at like 6 a.m. and then by like 6:30 I'm out at the diner getting breakfast or coffee or going out and shopping. I don't get out and do stuff. I think a lot of people wake up and don't get out and mingle with the world unless they have to go to work. Not a lot of people wake up at 6:30 and then by like 7:30 they're outside running errands and going to the store and getting coffee and going shopping and saying hello. I'll wake up at 6:30 and hell, I wake up, I take a shit, I smoke some weed, I take another shit, I eat some food, I smoke some more weed, I take another shit, watch some TV. I might not mingle with the world until like fucking 5 o'clock when someone's delivering my Uber Eats, my bagel, my $11 bagel. She doesn't leave her apartment or her house until it's time to go get lunch when she's got the munchies.
Time, but I prefer to not engage with the world until I'm more like a noon to midnight. You know?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you guys have worked out together or in the same room?
So I'm not sure if you're aware of this. I'm aware. Okay, because I'm super aware. Yeah, I'm super aware. You do not sweat and are in terrific shape. No. I sweat like a fart. I sweat on the inside. Okay, but it's on the inside. Your moves are impeccable. Are you a dancer? In my mind, yes. In my mind, I'm a dancer. You seem like a dancer. I would watch you in Midtown and be like, this is how it's done. And I would know, I would have an internal monologue going, I'm doing this incorrectly. But now we're here, so that is not true. But you don't, John Ogle was telling me all these things, because I think of us as like two girls on the scene. Yeah. You know, you started your career when you were a baby. You were like a I was child actor. 4, and now I'm 24. So yeah, it's 20 years.
They're going to show a clip. They're going to show a clip of her in Terms of Endearment at one of Jack Nicholson's character, the astronaut, at his house, a party that Shirley MacLaine is invited to, and she's going to be a kid that's like so bored, dressed up all pretty, but like sleeping on someone's lap.
I'm just savvy. But when I think back to you, it was Heartburn, right? That was your first film? That was my big break. Mike Nichols.
Oh, whatever. Heartburn.
Nora
Okay.
Ephron, who I stayed so close with, and love Nora Ephron. Jack Nicholson, Meryl Streep, big deal. But I was a bona fide extra, really. No,
What do you remember from that?
There you are.
Yeah.
There did you see that? Did everybody see that? That's acting. And I think we can all learn a lot from that today. That's also me in the exercise class. That's what I was going to say. That's you
I
after
love the hand placement, Natasha, was perfect.
It's all about
very
the
dramatic.
move. Yes, you need a single move, really, to... So John was telling me all this stuff, and because I think of us as being very similar. Yeah. Exercise together. Yes. You were in Heartburn.
I love Heartburn.
I love watching Heartburn. Yeah. But you don't like summer, and I believe that all seasons should be summer.
So I think that this is a bit of a misunderstanding between me and the world, and probably from leaving the house too much and talking. And what I mean is, I just think that a summer in Manhattan is disgusting. You know, I have a long relationship with the word cockroach, and I think that people have a sickness when they walk around Manhattan in flip-flops on the subway, and it's a cockroach town.
Kelly, you just said that you love Harper and she was in Harper. Tell me, can I ask you, I would have said right away, really, she's like, I love Harper and you were in Harper, and really, what was your favorite part about Harper? What do you love about Harper? Because the movie came out when you were like 15 years old. So what is a 15-year-old girl like about an R-rated movie made for adults? You know what I mean? What's your favorite part since you love it so much? And don't just give me a line or like give me a whole part of the plot.
I love surfing. I'm a big beach bum. I just think that certain things are nauseating, like flip-flops in Manhattan.
You've definitely taken a risk, like tetanus.
Tetanus is something I'm not into.
How do you feel about sandals in general? I see some lovely sandals being sported in the front row.
Honestly, I feel like these are responsible people, and I'm not worried about you guys.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
I will say also, I do find it more offensive. I think that I don't want to make any rules here, but I do think that ladies tend to sort of,
take care of
it's a lot to take in a man in the summer on the subway with the cockroach, and there's little mud piles in the middle in the gutters, and just be mindful of what you're doing.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back, we're going to find out how Natasha got pulled into the world of poker face.
Tomorrow on Live from Never Have I Ever by Trey Ramakrishna.
You give, and you give. This tax season, you get.
And there's little mud piles in the middle in the gutters, and just be mindful of what you're doing.
All right, we got to take a break.
And there's little mud piles in the middle in the gutters, and just be mindful of what you're doing.
There's little mud piles in the middle.
Finds her.
Trapped at the fire station.
911, new Thursday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Morty? Hang on a sec. Morty, would you stop stealing for 1 second and listen to me? What? Well, you're a woman of the world. I mean, I can't be the only one getting bad mojo around here, right? Now these guys want to put us in a room. Well, that is a second location, my friend. No? Well, I've got a very strict never let dudes take you to second location policy. Served me quite well. This series is so good. If you're not watching it, I'm going to insist that you go home and make sure you watch it. Poker Face, brought to us by Ryan Johnson, and you partnered together.
Yeah, I guess we really came together for this. I'm really tight with his wife, who's brilliant, Karina Longworth, and then I guess he had seen Russian Doll, which is a show that I created, and he had this idea. Thank you. For sort of a 70s kind of a reboot, and we would get together and start talking about what about a more back foot character who is less Lou Reed and more, the dude Big Lebowski, kind of a desert rat, and sort of going town to town, and it almost becomes like, the Incredible Hulk or Murder, She Wrote, or let alone Columbo or something. And this particular episode is called Escape from Caca Mountain, and it's written by the showrunners Nora and Lila Zuckerman, and it's directed by Ryan Johnson. It's an excellent episode. I mean, I'm very, very proud of what we made.
Excellent.
I like the one with Judith Light from Who's the Boss.
Talking about what about a more back foot character who is less Lou Reed and more, the dude Big Lebowski, kind of a desert rat, and sort of going town to town, and it almost becomes like, the Incredible Hulk or Murder, She Wrote, or let alone Columbo or something. And this particular episode is called Escape from
KARKE Mountain, and it's written by the showrunners.
That means Escape from Shit Mountain.
Nora and Lila Zuckerman, and it's directed by Ryan Johnson. It's an excellent episode. I mean, I'm very, very proud of what we made.
All excellent episodes, but your character has like a skill, right? She's got like this
A gift.
a gift.
A curse.
A gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Yes, which is most things are a double-edged sword.
Which is also the best phrase to describe your two relationship, Kelly and Mark. Which one's the husband?
Character has like a skill.
Which one's the husband and which one's the wife in the bedroom?
Right? She's got like this
A gift.
a gift.
A curse.
A gift and a curse.
Yeah.
Yes, which is most things are a double-edged sword.
Yeah. But can you tell us what the gift is? Can you?
So essentially, she can just deduce if somebody is lying. Which,
Same.
Interesting. And
Not always. Not always, dear.
you know, so she says, you know,
Kelly's so clever.
BS, kind of sometimes in inopportune moments, kind of under her breath, and then sort of finds herself in a sticky situation. And I think she almost has kind of like a bit of a Peter Falk puzzle brain where she can't help herself. Almost like I'm that way with the crossword, you know, like if you scratch out an itch and you see something's funky, you've got to get to the bottom of it, particularly when it comes to the everyman and injustice, but she doesn't work for the law. And Ryan and I talked about it for a while, and then he just sort of delivered this beautiful script, and we've been having an incredible time making it together. I have so much respect for him, and it really is a joy to get to make it with him.
Different cast, different location every week. Such a great cast that you have coming in each week. How fun is that?
Well, it's pretty wild. I mean, it's almost a little bit like being the mayor because, but musically, you know from performing, it's almost like you're able to find the song in the key of Ryan Johnson, which is so hyper specific, and so it's almost like I can feel them because they're all so. I mean, we have an incredible. I don't even know where to begin. Judith Light, Cherry Jones, Esapeta, Nick Nolte. I mean, the cast is Ellen Barkin, and of course my best friends Chloe Sevigny and Clea Val and Josh Blanco, and so it's really, and of course Benjamin Bratt, Adrian Brody, I mean Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Stephanie Zhu. It just goes on and on. Hong Chow. So I think that it's interesting to watch everybody find the sort of pocket in the first kind of few days, and then. For me, in the episode that I wrote along with Alice Jew and directed with Nick Nolte and Cherry Jones and Luis Guzman, it was fascinating to sort of get that extra joy of sort of, for Ryan and I also, I joke that we're like Hitchcock and Salvador Dali text messaging all the way, just trying to kind of figure out exactly the sweet spot of the rhythm. Yeah, it's a huge undertaking week to week. They're individual movies, really.
Well, we love the show.
We're glad that you came and woke up today.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Natasha. Poker Face, streaming now on Peacock.
If you would like to know.
There's probably no inbox because they're all reruns. They're not going to rerun an inbox.
Is everybody ready?
It's the reason you all showed up. It's time to play. The thrill of victory. Oh, Mark, I really want to tell you that you're wrong. But you're not. The agony of defeat. You are wrong, Mark. You are wrong, Mark. You hear that at home all the time. Win or lose.
I think today is your 30th birthday.
That is all. It's how you play the game.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true.
Speak your truth.
Mark, you know what I'm going to do with your shirt? I'm going to knit some sleeves, and it's going to be my ugly Christmas sweater.
Shoot your shot. Shots fired. Go for the glory.
Well played.
Stop marking. For details, go to livewithkellyandmark.com. That is incredible.
Oh, and see, there you go. They film the monologue, they film the ending, and then the producers, editors film the rest.
But you're not. The agony of defeat. You are wrong, Mark.
This is gonna fucking blow my dick.
Agony of defeat. You are wrong, Mom. You are wrong, Mom. I hear that at home all the time. Win or lose.
I think today is your 30th birthday.
That is awesome. It's how you play the game. Speak your truth.
You know what I'm going to do with your shirt? I'm going to knit some sleeves, and it's going to be
Okay,
my
I was
ugly.
gonna say that makes sense. I thought she said cut off the sleeves, but it's a short sleeve shirt. That's why she's knitting sleeves.
Thanks for joining us today. Have a great day, everybody.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Thanks for joining us today. Have a great day, everybody.
See you tomorrow.
Tomorrow on Live, Bryan Cranston by trainee Ramakrishna on a lesson in reflexology.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Tomorrow on Live, Bryan Cranston by trainee Ramakrishna on a lesson in reflexology.
And I guarantee you it's the Bryan Cranston interview I saw before and we all saw.
Same care and attention we give our own. Schedule your free consultation today at uswaterproofing.com and enjoy no interest if paid in full in 1 year. US Waterproofing. A better basement starts with us.
Are you ready? Get ultra reliable, ultra fast, winning internet. Starting at $20 a month. And add unlimited mobile for free. Be astounded. Switch today.
Become a Broadway in Chicago member for exclusive benefits, the best seats at low prices, flexible exchanges, priority access to shows, and more. Don't miss the North American tour premiere of the Tony Award-winning Best Play, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, the Tony and Grammy-winning Some Like It Hot, A Beautiful Noise, the Neil Diamond musical, the hilarious new musical And Juliet, and Great Scott, Back to the Future, the musical. Guarantee your tickets for $5.
Oh my god, what is this junk? You know what? Now I gotta end this part 2 of season 2, episode 148.
Right now, what they see on television, what they know. Oh no, but this is the real because it's the night version. They're just like he's telling the same joke, the same story about peanut butter. I mean, he tells about the panini peanut butter and jelly, but just the day before you had this social media dude. But I think that's his way of telling the social media guy that was on yesterday that, hey.
Wildest dreams level. Billionaire. Swift making Forbes list of new billionaires. That's with a B.
You go
For some reason on my other account, it cut out right when this interview was over. So something about, I don't know why. It's always strategically, it's always conveniently like right at the end of an interview. So there's something.
Designer brands. Plus, beauty lovers get 15% off too. Get ready for spring today at Macy's.
Hey, welcome back. He's the 2023 NCAA heavyweight champion and a 4-time heavyweight All-American, the winner of the Dan Hodge Trophy as college's most dominant wrestler and a recent University of Michigan graduate. Please welcome Mason Parris.
Hi. How are you?
Come on,
The
dude.
trophy is like the equivalent of the Heisman Trophy, right?
Yeah, it's the most dominant wrestler in college.
How'd you get into wrestling? How'd you get into the sport?
So I started wrestling
All
at
right.
4 years old.
Like
My
and
dad
subscribe.
started
You don't
my
need
dad
to
was a
watch
college
this again.
football player,
But hey,
and
subscribe
now
to my